They're guns. So are we.
Come and take it if you want it. Come and take it if you think you can. Come and take it, but I warn you, you'll have to pry it from my cold dead hands. We want the freedom that God gave us, so you best not cross that line. If you want this gun, you gotta come through us and take it.
One shot at a time. Just like Gonzalez, we're keeping our guns.
VLR.
Back here on Saturday Night Cigar Lounge here on Vigilant Liberty Radio. I'm Taylor, Sean Venkman, and Scott Braddock are here. And I'm very happy that they're here. I don't know about y'all, but I'm very happy that that they are here. So that's all I have to say about that. So,
are the people sending you messages online offering up a different opinion?
Maybe. Some people in the chat room may not be, but you know something. Everybody has their own opinion. That's the best part. Now let's do defend your tweet before everybody goes off. I see that NJ Libertarian is saying good night, and NJ, have a nice night. Now let's see. Who do I want to start with? I'll start with Scott.
All right, I'm ready.
All right. On January 22nd,
just a few days ago, putting myself in the right frame of mind.
Yes, at 7:41 p.m.
All right.
You said,
"It's possible I had a drink by then."
That makes one of us.
Okay.
You said, "How has Texas not executed anyone yet this year?"
Mm-hmm.
It's already January 22nd.
Right.
Defend your tweet.
My tweet was in response to the controversy of the moment, which was the planned execution of a Mexican national here in the state. And, you know, we have the busiest death chamber in America, and we make no bones about that. This was being played out on the national stage on that evening. And it did turn out that he was executed later, but they were making the case, his lawyers are making the case, that he should have, in his trial, been offered the chance to reach out to the Mexican government for legal assistance, and they lost on that the same way that Jose Medellin lost out on that after he participated in the gang rape and murders of a couple of teenage girls who were walking home from a party in Houston years ago. And in fact, interestingly, that case, the Jose Medellin case, was one of the cases that made Ted Cruz famous because he was Solicitor General at the time, working for Greg Abbott, and made the case to the Supreme Court that Texas had the right to go ahead with that execution, and actually put Texas in opposition to, and this was years ago, to the Bush administration. That's right, who the former governor of the state. So that played out, just like this case did on both the national and the world stages. And Texas, and I would defend it to anybody. Texas made the case that in this state, you come in and murder the most vulnerable, and we, when you kill one of ours, we kill you back.
All right. Sean, I'm sure you have one for me.
Yeah, and let me also just say that wasn't that guy a cop killer too?
Yeah, the guy who was just executed.
Right. Yeah. Good riddance. See you later.
And that's part of the law in Texas. Is you have to be in if you are going to be executed, it has to be that you killed people who are vulnerable. You either kill a young child or you kill a police officer in the line of duty, something like that. We don't just execute people because they killed someone. That's not the law. We execute people because they murder the most vulnerable among us.
Yeah, capital murder versus
right.
Capital right. murder versus just plain murder.
Yes, sir.
Taylor, I was trying to find a thought process or a thought tree this was connected to, but I didn't find any. So maybe you can clue us in because you were clearly ranting. On January 18th of this year, you tweeted in all capitals, may I add, in all capitals, you tweeted, quote, "They're hippies. They don't have any money!" Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. Defend your tweet, Tim.
It's simple. I was watching South Park. The episode of South Park where
you were live
hippies,
tweeting South Park.
Huh?
You were live tweeting South Park.
Yes.
A lot of fun.
I was live tweeting South Park. And it was the episode where all the hippies moved to South Park.
Mm-hmm.
So, I was tweeting a Cartman quote. So,
but don't hippies have their parents' money though? Isn't
No, that's actually no, that's hipsters who have all.
I was confused.
Yeah, it's true.
All right. So, Sean.
Yes.
On January 23rd,
Mm-hmm.
you tweeted, "I think at iDesert Blog just lost our bet," followed by a picture of the snow that hit the hill country. And then later, you said to at iDesert Blog, who may or may not be your humble host here tonight, "You are the Saul Alinsky of losing meaningless bets."
Wow. Wow.
Defend your tweet.
All right, one, I try not to hold back on Twitter. Two,
Really?
two, that dude is really good with words. Like, you can say that he's evil, you can say that he's a terrible person, and, you can get in the argument about how useful he would be in a good and honest society, but he's very good at parsing words. And I saw you trying to snake out of our bet, which was it's not going to snow again, it's not going to snow again. And I was looking at mountain snow, and I was like, I'm pretty sure I just won. And then you started telling me how it wasn't snowing in Dallas, and therefore it doesn't count.
Didn't count.
So I'm on Mr.
And by the way, if anybody wants to see probably some of the best trolling of Justin Bieber fans, that would be Sean Vinkman's account.
I was barely trying last night. I was barely trying.
Guys, thank you very much for being on, especially for going a little bit longer than we normally do, but it's a fun conversation. I'd go another 2 hours if I could, but I think all of us do have lives, so... supposedly. Scott, let's see, you're doing stuff with Quorum Report.
Yep. The easiest way to find me is scottbraddock.com. It's links to everything. Quorum Report, Construction Citizen, links to my Twitter as well, which is at Scott Braddock. And love visiting with you and Sean, and hope everybody had fun listening tonight.
It was probably one of the most fun shows I've ever had. Sean Venkman, where can we find you?
On Twitter, Mr. Fopal, like we already said, to send the hate mail there. MRFOPOW. And Season 1 and Season 2 of my show were on blogtalkradio.com/realdealtalkradio. And Season 3 will be coming soon. I'll announce it on Twitter, where it's going to be and when it's going to be.
Can you tease? Do we know when that announcement might be?
Maybe a month or two. And I can tease it will not be on Blog Talk Radio.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, that's simple.
Wow.
Yes.
I'm Taylor. You can find me at iDesertBlog, UIE Desert, like the desert, even though I no longer live in the desert, thankfully. Blog. You can also find me on Wednesday and Thursday nights on FTR Radio with Liz Harrison for Right War. Tomorrow we should be having Next with Jonathan Sangster, and I believe I will be the producer, so you can catch me tomorrow. And then on Monday, Alan Bordius returns with Their Finest Hour. And on Tuesday, it is going to be the Roundtable of Extreme Liberty. Should be some fun stuff there. Thank you guys very much. We appreciate it. And we will talk with you. Do I have a hockey game next week? I do not. So we'll talk with you next week here on Vigilant Liberty Radio. Thanks, guys.
This show is copyright by VLR Media. All opinions of panelists and guests are their own. and may not reflect the opinion of VLR Media, the host, or anyone else.